Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. And by virtue of the NBA schedule, their first game of the New Year is against the Toronto Raptors. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Here's Toronto with the ball. Harrington's shot is off. Left side, Williams.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here's Sharp. And then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Banchero.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Gets the three to fall. Sharp's got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Williams on the wing. Here's the pick.
Raptors foul. Number 4. First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Banchero outside. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry.
He saw the pass coming a mile away. Was perfectly positioned to intercept it.
Nice shot by Wembanyama.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And here are the Raptors now. Good momentum. 8 straight points. It's blocked. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Here's ball. Charlotte, no good that time either. And here are the Raptors now. They lead by 4. Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 7.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Caro, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Sharp. To the paint. Tries again. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Banchero surveys. Back to Williams. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Tipped away. Stolen by Wembanyama. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Hornets trail by 8. To the middle. To win the drop. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
And absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And that one's good. Sharp. Sharp's got 9.
Perfect from the field this quarter. Gotta wonder how long he can sustain it.
There's ball with a 3. Toronto grabs the miss. And the creative LaMelo Ball. Anytime he touches the rock, Clark, you expect a highlight reel play. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. He's so uber creative, and he's got a flash and a flair to his game, but he's highly skilled and fundamentally sound, too. That's the one part that sometimes can be lost amidst all the flash, but he's a fun guy to watch hoop, that's for sure.
Now, here's Williams. No points yet. 4 on the clock. Here's Banchero. There's the drive. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
There's the speed. Banchero has it, but doesn't always show it. That time he did.
Toronto calls timeout. So both teams changing it up here. Toronto leading by 9. The 3 is up. Pure from 3-point range.
3. This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Ball outside. Up top, Portis. Lets it fly. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Deflected. Here's Barnes. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Williams from long range. And that one fall for him. He's 0 for 2.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now, here's Williams. Yet to see a basket. Count it.
Well, you got to love how quick ball shot is. Doesn't take a lot of time to get himself squared up.
And here's Ingram outside. It's hauled in by Portis.
He's got a nice feel for the crossover, but you still have to finish it off.
Ball left side.
Raptors foul call. Number 5.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Seconds left in the first quarter here.
You know, the question is, do you leave him in? A third foul this early could spell trouble.
Charlotte's shooting their first free throws of the game.
You know, we all know about the flair and sizzle to LaMelo Ball's game. The highlight reel plays, all of that is great, but I also like the fact that he's got great length at the point guard position, which presents a lot of problems at both ends.
Brandon Ingram.
And that one's good. Ingram.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for Toronto. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. All right, stick. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Down low. Here's Gonzalez.
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
On the clock. The three. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Wembanyama.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
It's tipped. And here's Sharpe. Tipped. They get it back. Basket's good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Number 4 at the line.
Here's Thomas. No points so far. Pass to Gonzalez. That one's off. Still out of sync. Toronto leading by 17. To the wing, right side. Outside Sharpe. Back to Wembanyama. Here's Harrington. And it's Toronto with another.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It's Thomas on the wing. Off with the layup.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Here's Sharpe. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Sharpe's got 14.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense. And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. No good on that one. And we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark. What are some of those in the NBA?
Well, you try not to ever foul an airborne player. I think most players are really sensitive to that. Don't disrespect the other team. Be professional and sportsmanlike when you've got a margin of victory that doesn't need to be added on to. In other words, don't run up the score. Don't try to get numbers for the sake of numbers. Play the game, play to win, and do it with respect at all times.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
They set a pick. Thomas outside. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
On the tape. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Three-pointer sharp. Offensive board. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Ingram. And it's Toronto with another.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead. You see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Toronto shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Beyond the arc. The Hornets pull it in. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. To the inside. Portis. And he makes it on the layup.
Smart pass by Portis, showing the ability to make good decisions with the ball.
Now the Raptors with it. They're on a 17-6 run. And here's Ingram outside. Second shot opportunity. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Toronto shooting their fifth attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now. Already, he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
1:56 left to play in the first half. Here's Portis. Out of bounds, it'll be Raptors ball.
Toronto ball.
And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league, and he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
Almost converts despite the contact.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
So he gets them both. It's been all Raptors. Shot from the wing. It's hauled in by Portis.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
And rejected. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Raptors on D. Thomas outside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
Shot on the wing. Outside for Ingram. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of this game. Thomas outside. And a miss there on the triple.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
On target from range.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Out of bounds. The Raptors will take it.
Raptors ball.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. With one on the clock. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Toronto Raptors, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Outside Barrett. It's good on the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Outside Sharp. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Pass to Sharp. Over Barrett. Sharp, no good. Here's Charlotte. And Caro outside. Outside, Williams. 5 to shoot. Knocked away. Pass to Sharp. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. And the double clutch jam wows the crowd.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
And he lobs it up top.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Outside, Williams. Barrett. And he jams it home with authority.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Here's Harrington. Nails it from beyond the arc.
3 points.
Harrington's got 5 points.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game, makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Alex. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Harrington's got 6 here in the quarter. There's Ball with a 3. They grab their own miss. To the wing on the left. Takes the 3. Can't get it to drop. And so they foul intentionally.